Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep suddenly feels so elusive? You're not alone. Many of us, especially as we get a little older, notice that our sleep patterns change, sometimes in ways that leave us feeling frustrated or even a little worried. Maybe you've asked yourself, is this normal? Or, what's really going on with my body? Well, today, we're going to talk about exactly that. Why so many older adults wake up in the middle of the night, what it might mean for your health, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Because let's face it, good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about staying healthy, sharp, and enjoying life to the fullest. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know that waking up at night doesn't always mean something's wrong. In fact, there are some perfectly normal reasons why this happens as we age. But sometimes, it can be a little signal from your body that something needs attention. So let's walk through this together, step by step, and by the end, you'll have a clearer picture of what might be happening and how you can reclaim those restful nights. First, let's talk about one of the biggest culprits: changes in your sleep cycle. You see, as we get older, our bodies produce less melatonin. That's the hormone that helps regulate sleep. This means you might not feel as sleepy at bedtime, or you might wake up earlier than you'd like. And here's the thing, your sleep becomes lighter too. So even small disturbances, a noise outside, a bit of discomfort, can wake you up more easily than they used to. But here's where it gets interesting. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just about aging. It can also be tied to stress or anxiety. Maybe you've noticed that when you have something on your mind, your brain decides, that's the perfect time to start replaying every thought, like a movie you didn't choose to watch. And suddenly, sleep feels miles away. Now let's talk about something you might not expect: your bladder. As we age, our kidneys can become more active at night. And well, let's just say those nighttime trips to the bathroom can become more frequent. But before you resign yourself to this as just another part of getting older, there are ways to manage it. Cutting back on fluids a couple of hours before bed, avoiding caffeine in the evening, and even adjusting certain medications with your doctor's help can make a big difference. So, now that we've touched on a few reasons why this might be happening, let's keep going. Because understanding why is just the first step. The real magic is in knowing what to do about it. And trust me, there are simple, practical changes you can start making tonight to help you sleep more soundly. Take diet, for example. What you eat and when you eat it can play a surprisingly big role in how well you sleep. Have you ever noticed that after a heavy meal late at night, you toss and turn more? That's because your body is still working hard to digest that food when it should be winding down. On the other hand, going to bed hungry can be just as disruptive. The key is balance. A light snack with a little protein, like a small handful of nuts or a slice of turkey, can actually help stabilize your blood sugar and keep you from waking up too early. And let's not forget about caffeine. You might already know that coffee in the evening can keep you up. But did you know that caffeine can linger in your system for hours? Even that afternoon cup of tea or piece of chocolate could be affecting your sleep more than you realize. If you're a caffeine lover, try cutting it off by mid-afternoon and see if that makes a difference. Now here's something else to consider: pain or discomfort. Maybe you've gotten used to that achy knee or stiff back, but your body hasn't. Discomfort that you barely notice during the day can suddenly feel magnified at night when everything else is quiet. Simple adjustments, like a supportive pillow, a warmer blanket, or even gentle stretches before bed, can ease those aches and help you stay asleep longer. But what if none of these seem to be the issue? Well, there's another possibility: your medications. Some prescriptions, especially those for blood pressure, allergies, or even depression, can interfere with sleep as a side effect. If you've noticed that your sleep troubles started around the same time as a new medication, it might be worth having a conversation with your doctor. There could be alternatives or timing adjustments that make a big difference. And finally, let's talk about something we don't always connect to sleep: light. Not just the light from your bedside lamp, but the kind that comes from screens. Phones, tablets, even the TV emit something called blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. So if you're scrolling through news or emails before bed, you might be making it harder for yourself to fall and stay asleep. Try winding down with a book or soft music instead, and see if that helps. You know, when we're younger, we often take sleep for granted. We crash into bed and wake up hours later feeling refreshed, hardly giving it a second thought. But as the years go by, good sleep starts to feel more like a puzzle we need to solve. And here's the thing: solving that puzzle isn't about chasing some perfect, unbroken 8 hours of sleep. It's about finding what works for you, because when you sleep better, you live better. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for better sleep: relaxation. I'm not just talking about try to relax, because let's be honest, when you're lying there awake at 3 a.m., being told to just relax can feel downright frustrating. But there are simple techniques that can signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Deep breathing is one of the easiest. Try inhaling slowly for 4 counts, holding for 4, then exhaling for 6. This gentle rhythm tells your nervous system to switch from alert to calm. Another game changer? A consistent bedtime routine. Your body loves predictability. Going to bed and waking up around the same time, yes, even on weekends, helps regulate your internal clock. And your routine doesn't need to be complicated. Maybe it's a cup of caffeine-free tea, a few pages of a book, or some light stretching. The key is creating a buffer zone between the busyness of the day and the restfulness of night. Now let's address something important: when to seek help. If you've tried adjusting your habits but still struggle with frequent wake-ups, daytime fatigue, or loud snoring, especially if you're told you stop breathing at times, it might be worth talking to your doctor. Conditions like sleep apnea or restless legs syndrome are more common as we age and can often be managed with the right approach. There's no need to just live with it. Here's what I really want you to remember: waking up at night doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Our sleep patterns naturally evolve, just like we do. Sometimes the healthiest thing we can do is adjust our expectations. Maybe you'll sleep 6 hours instead of 8, or take a short nap during the day. What matters is how you feel overall. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you discovered any tricks that help you sleep better? Share them in the comments. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you found this helpful, consider liking this video and subscribing for more honest conversations about thriving as we age. Because here's the truth: you deserve to feel rested, energized, and ready to enjoy your days. It might take some experimenting, but better sleep is absolutely within your reach. So tonight, try just one small change. Be patient with yourself. And remember, every new day is a fresh start. Here's to your health, your rest, and your joy in all the years ahead. Sweet dreams.